Hi again, new hair alert. So, with all the loss of hair, I decided to do, I did do a big cut, but this is the first time I actually straightened it to kind of see where it's at. I think I'm gonna stick with the straight hair because I kind of think that it hides everything a little bit better compared to me having it curly pushed back. So I think it's kind of the best thing for me now. So I just did my 3-month checkup with my primary. I know people are like, why are you always doing it in the car? You know what? I have a toddler at home. There's no way I can not do a video with her screaming in the background. And I actually think the acoustics in here are not bad. but all seriousness, so my 3-month checkup was this past Thursday. And they do all the blood work, and I already received notification, and kind of what I kind of expected, low iron, which is not a norm in the beginning, so it was not something that was extreme surprise to me. So my doctor already sent me a message indicating that he thinks I should purchase some iron supplements, and if it's something that I know some people have a hard time doing that, then they can offer a shot. So I'll see what how I do with the iron supplements and just add it on so I can get that additional. I wasn't bad, but I was bad enough that he wants me to go on supplements. So that's definitely something that I knew that was going to happen. I wasn't surprised. But overall, so when we sat down, basically he indicated to me that I've lost 55 pounds in a little over 3 months, that he was extremely happy with that, because he explained to me that because I didn't start at extremely high weight, it's expected maybe about anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds a month when it comes to weight loss surgery with my BMI that I had started with. So he seemed to be pleased. Well, he was excited, I guess, but that's just him. At first I thought he's gonna be a little tough on me, because one time he was tough on me, but actually he was extremely happy. He had a someone else there that he's been mentoring to go ahead and to be a surgeon to have these surgeries. So that's definitely probably that's why he was so nice that day. But overall, he's a good surgeon. I really don't have no complaints with him. We kind of discussed eating habits, that because I told him it's like, because I eat so small. Some people are eating like 4 ounces at this point in time, and I think I've done 4 ounces with chili, and someone had indicated because it's liquidy, it's just easier to go down. So I can usually do about 4 ounces of chili, but everything else, when it comes to chicken, when it comes to steak, it's really limited. It's like 2.5 ounces at max. And I kind of discussed with him that it's kind of hard for me to have, like, I want to have at least 2 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 ounces of protein, and then everything else is for vegetables. So he told me in time I'll probably be able to do 4 ounces with no problem. There's no reason to rush it, but like I should definitely dedicate at least 1 meal a day to getting some vegetables. So my husband recently bought this vegetable shake, and I think I'm gonna try to do that so I can get more vegetables. And also I think I'm gonna concentrate on my last meal of the day, my dinner, kind of concentrate on eating more vegetables as long as I get my intake for the day. So usually I usually have 4 meals right now, because I tell you, it's really hard to remember to eat and drink half the time. So I do about 4 meals because it's just easier when I'm at work to get at least 3 meals in. And this by the time I get home from work, with my daughter running around and doing this and doing that, it's not feasible to have like snacks and stuff like that. Maybe I have something at the end of the night, usually some type of shake before I go to sleep, some Fairlife milk or something like that with additional protein, just so I can try to cap off at 100 grams of protein per day. That's what I'm trying to get, especially with the hair loss. And he says, it's going to slow down, but if I can do everything that they suggest, I definitely, I'm taking the biotin, the collagen, and now making sure that I'm doing a minimum of 90, but I'm trying to do at least 100, and trying to break it up, because my nutritionist had already discussed with me that your body usually can only take about 30 grams per sitting. So definitely I try not to exceed that, because I don't want to take protein and it's waste. So I definitely I'm going to work on the vegetables and making sure I'm getting that protein, because definitely on the weekends it's like one of the hardest days for me to get all my protein in. I definitely do think so. I think I average like 60 to 70 grams of protein on the weekend, but you're just so busy. You want to do this, you want to do that, and you know, a stay-at-home mom, I give it to you guys who can balance it all, because obviously I'm doing something wrong because I can't balance it. So I really concentrate on doing meal preps for the whole week to just aid me with that. So usually I'm a creature of habit, so I'll eat the same exact thing every single day, which I'm not sick and tired of. I usually do like a chicken salad for lunch. I usually eat hummus for a snack with like whips, like something with, you know, a protein in it. And then usually for breakfast I have like the same thing. It'll be like a breakfast muffin that you make, you know, with some type of cheese or ham or whatever. Or I do like a little wrap with these carb, you know, half a wrap usually. The whole thing is usually like 3 ounces, I think, when I weigh it with the 1 egg. So yeah, I do that every day, and it's just, you know, I'm a creature of habit. It's easy, and it's the easier this thing for me to do. I try to get something creamier, so I can always add a scoop of Genipro, half to one half the scoop to a scoop of protein, so I always at least get 30 grams. I tell you, anyone that is struggling with protein during the day, get yourself some Genipro. Even if you put half a scoop, you're getting 15 grams of protein. So I would, like, sometimes when I snack on yogurt, and like I forgot, there's one particular yogurt that has 15 grams of protein, then I'll add a half of a scoop, and you barely taste it, the Genipro. To me, it mixes extremely nicely, especially in hummus, with my chicken salad, when I make tuna salad, when I do it with chili. I do it with sancocho when I have sancocho or soup. So it's really mixes well. The only thing I find, I tried to do it like in some water. I didn't mix the greatest in water, but I end up doing like a fruit juice, like with cucumbers, and I thought then it was a lot better like that. So it's good for a lot of things, maybe not for water strictly. I definitely think it goes well in milk. I do it with milk, so sometimes when I have like the Fairfield milk that has 13 grams of protein per cup, I usually would do like a half a scoop, so I can get close to 30 when I drink that. But still struggling with water, and I spoke to that with my doctor, and he says that, you know, it just happens to certain individuals. Unfortunately, your son is adjusting. So he says hopefully about 6 months I'm doing a lot better. But what I'm doing now is just I'm forcing myself to drink it all through the day. I'm still having a big issue through with breakfast. I can't drink water in the morning. It's still bothering me. But usually by mid-afternoon I can do it. But it has to be super duper cold for me to go ahead and to take it. So that's what I've been doing recently, just trying to get as much water intake, because that's definitely where I am lacking in. Because I think I used to drink a lot of water, but I used to eat it with my meals. My mother was always like, drink water when you eat, because you don't eat as much. So I think as though I was drinking a lot of water, I would have like 2 cups of water when I had a meal. So and then when you think about drinking bottles of water here and there, you know, that was a lot of water I was taking in. I was taking like 64 to 90 ounces, I think, a day with the water intake with every meal, every snack or whatever. So it's been difficult. It's a learning curve with certain things, what is best for your body. He said that I can kind of juice fruit, but I do keto. That's basically the diet that I've been working on, just because, you know, not necessarily like I'm like keto for life. It's just the whole thing is that when you're doing the whole protein, you kind of just fall into that, and you know, it's protein and vegetables. So I do what I do now. I haven't had any type of stalls when it comes to my weight loss. Some weeks are better than others, but I'm pretty consistent. One of the things my nutritionist had told me to prevent stalls was kind of like shake things up with some carbs. So usually on the weekends in the morning, so I try to get carbs out the way. I'll do it early in the morning. So I usually will have something a little bit more carb, because I usually have the minimum, I think, 24 net carbs for the day, and even less than that some days. So and so I usually do like a protein pancake, or I make protein pancakes or waffles or something like that. I may have wheat bread or something like that, you know, just to kind of mix up my carbs. It's not something dramatic. It's not like an insane amount of carbs. it's probably, I'll go for the day like 40 or 50 grams of carbs, which is still not high, but I would definitely suggest that to individuals that are having stalls, because I definitely have had no issues with stalls so far, when a couple of people have indicated to me that by this time that they were already kind of having some type of stall. So definitely, you know, maybe that's for some people. Go ahead and give that a try, pertaining to stalls. So usually I do that once, maybe sometimes I even do it both Saturday and Sunday with a little bit more carbs, and I stick to strict the protein for the rest of the week. So definitely I think that's a good thing for anyone may try if they're having a stall. My nutritionist have already told me that that's not going to be something permanent. It's something just to do right now. Your body starts to learn. It was like, nah, I'm catching on to you, what you're doing here. So I definitely eventually I would have to probably go to maybe a low-fat diet, switch that up for a little bit. But I'm definitely going to try the whole, you know, carbs as soon as it can go, because it's nice, because having a little bit extra carbs for the week, it kind of help, even though I'm not really wanting it. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I need to have my carbs. I'm not feeding for bread, because it's still extremely kind of difficult to eat. Overall, it just makes me very full very quickly, so it's not something that I'm like, oh. But it's nice to have like a pancake and a waffle, and just the alternative way, you know, the healthy version. I've made things with like pancake with bananas and oats, which is great to get more fiber. So definitely, as every month goes, I'm slightly making adjustments to what I eat. But at the same time, I'm very consistent eating basically the same thing, and what work basically helps me get my meals in the protein. So it's kind of beneficial working and have my meal prep. So anyone that's doing it, I think definitely one thing I do agree is meal prep is the way to go. Meal prep, it makes everything easier for you, because I think I forgot lunch one time, and I remember going to like all these places, and it was like I have everything around my job. I have Popeyes, I have Subway and McDonald's and Wendy's, and I just was like, what the hell do I eat? You know, what can possibly so I ended up having chicken nuggets, and I ended up taking the thing. But I'm telling you, you feel so guilty about doing that. You're just like, oh my god, I'm eating this, you know, something that I'm really not supposed to be eating. And you know, so it definitely, I would, you know, make sure that you meal prep and have everything kind of done for you for the week, so you don't have to go in this situation. And the same thing, I'm like, why am I paying? Like, I was going to, what is that, China buffet, and I just wanted the vegetables with beef and broccoli with vegetables, because it was like the lowest calorie thing that I could find. And I was like, why am I paying like $7 for an item that I'm not even probably going to eat like $1's worth? So yeah, definitely meal prepping is the way to go for any person that's doing the sleeve, because I think it's hard. And then these places don't allow you to get like top chill kids meals and stuff like that if you don't have the kids present. I've only dealt with that in restaurants, not really like the fast food places, but like restaurants, they won't let you get from the kids menu. And then now I'm currently in New York with the coronavirus, so that's another thing. I do not want to go into any of these places. Like, the most I'll do is like the supermarket, and the supermarket is something I don't even want to do half the time because of the people. So just be, you know, just meal prep if you can, and just be prepared. Or, you know, I was actually thinking of maybe getting a list together of stuff out of all these places, so I just have a place that I can go to and be like, okay, this is the place that I can eat something at. But that's it on my 3-month checkup. Overall, everything, I didn't have any other deficiencies except for iron. So my regimen, or just the intake, I think there was one thing he noted that I was a little on the high side, and I think that was B12. I gotta read me the letter. So he did indicate that I probably don't have to take the B12 supplement anymore. But with all these situations with the coronavirus, I may just continue just as a precaution because of everything that's going here. And that's it for this video. I have another video that I'm going to discuss kind of a relationship and weight loss surgery, because I think relationships, especially with your spouse or your boyfriend, can be affected. And, you know, I just want to kind of, you know, get on the side of my story of my husband and what he thinks. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. Have a good day. Bye.